Hello and welcome back to another live stream of Rob Hale. I usually say Cataclysm because that's usually what I play, but it's a game like a series that I ended up doing, the YouTuber series for Cataclysm basically. And so I wanted to come up with like a different idea. The idea I came up with was a mukbang. I'll show off this burrito in a minute. I do like to eat, and so I figured why not try some of that, although I do have a microphone and that might not work, you know. And in the meantime, I wanted to play a game as well, because you don't want to just see my face and just see me eating, because I don't necessarily want to eat like 100% non-stop. So I figured why not play a little bit of Creeper World 3 as well. So I'll talk about the game, I'll talk about the updates, and but the first thing I want to talk about is this burrito right here. So let's take a look. What I'll do is I'm going to make, if I can, I'm going to make myself a little bit bigger. Okay. Now this burrito, I don't know how well you're going to be able to see it. I don't want it to fall off of the plate. This thing is huge. This is a large plate. It was so big that it started to. It has no structural integrity. I'll talk about what's in it in a little bit, but yeah, that's big. That's bigger than my hand. I've got pretty large hands. So anyway, so we'll get to eating that. I'm gonna have that there, so I'll have it in frame, so I guess you can see me eat or whatever. Never done one before, so we'll give it a shot. And let's see, what else? I'll talk about Creeper World in a second. I'm gonna make myself smaller again. My neighbor's walking around. So updates for the channel. I have recently exceeded 25 subscriptions, so thank you very much. It is greatly appreciated. I've said it before, but I know that, you know, subscribing or watching a small channel at the start is it takes some dedication, because this, you know, I have technical issues and things I need to work through, and I need to get used to doing this. And I look, it looks like my video is having a little bit of trouble. Hopefully that doesn't keep up. So I mean, there's an example. You know, it's a new channel, so I appreciate everybody that has subscribed. And yeah, I did a 10 subscriber update for my first live video. That's what I did, and now I'm doing another one for 25. So the channel's growing pretty fast. I'm happy with it, and I'd like to see that continue. So I'm thinking of some things to add. I may add another game besides Cataclysm. I'm not going to play Creeper World on a regular basis. Creeper World is a game that I enjoy. I enjoy it quite a bit, but it is, you know, essentially it's a really fun kind of next level tower defense game. So it's not really this sort of game that I want to play on my channel as like a series or whatever, but it's cool to have in the background. As you'll see, it's something that I can kind of let run and take a bite and not worry about dying. But there's still things going on, you know. It's live action, unlike a turn-based game. So what else? So I do want to add some other things. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to add. I'm considering Europa Universalis. I think that has what I want in terms of adding a game. You know, if you watch my other Let's Plays for Cataclysm, you know, I like to role play. I like to have like a little bit more of a slow burn, something that can manifest over time, so you can develop an interest in the characters or in a strategy. You'd be like in the country or whatever, you know what I'm saying. So that's one thing I'm considering. My only issue with that is that I prefer EU3 to EU4, and I'm not sure anybody would watch. So I haven't 100% decided on that. I have a few other games in mind. That one is near the top of my list. Another thing I might want to do is make my channel a variety channel. It's something I will do eventually. I have some other ideas that are probably more like when I get to 50 and 100 subscribers, I'll be talking about much kind of bigger changes to the channel. But so I don't want to announce those now prematurely. But one thing maybe in terms of like having a variety channel, fitness is something I know a lot about and something I'm interested in. So maybe I could do that. Having fitness videos. I've already got a few ideas, and I've already considered adding some of that as well. I may, during the mukbang today, maybe talk a little bit about nutrition, use eating as an example. By the way, I might not be able to eat all that. I probably can't. I probably can't. But for example, I've been fasting a lot recently, and so maybe people are interested in that topic, it seems. So maybe I'll talk about fasting. I don't know. Whatever you're interested in. Oh, P.S. If you have any questions or whatever, feel free to ask in the chat. So let's get started. Enough talking. Channel update, though. The channel update portion of this is that I'm going to be adding something. I'm not 100% certain what that is yet. Almost certainly at some point I will be adding some kind of fitness/nutrition content. I don't think I want to do like a regular eating type thing. I'm not sure I'm into that. Probably not. But it's possible. Every now and then maybe something like this. It's kind of cool. Anyway, it's fun. And then a game. So a little bit of a vague update, I know, but I had the time today, so I wanted to do a live video. I was going to eat this, so I thought, why the hell not do it on camera? So here's Creeper World. If you're not familiar, apparently I'm not familiar. I haven't played it actually in a little while. It's been I don't know, a year maybe. But I've been playing Creeper World since Creeper World 1. I have always really enjoyed this game. Hopefully the sounds don't end up being too extreme. Let me see if I can remember how to actually navigate around the screen. Yep, okay, there we go. So, like I said, it's a tower defense game. If you haven't played it before, one kind of cool reason to play it now is because the developer is currently in process of making Creeper World 3, or 4, I'm sorry, this is Creeper World 3, and the Creeper World 4 is three-dimensional, and he has a development channel where he talks about the process of making a game and all that stuff. So that's pretty cool. It's like a nice kind of indie, I think, one-person developer, or maybe he farms out the art or something. I don't know how that all works, but it's a cool project. It's a fun game. Like I said, it's not the kind of game to play on like all the time on a channel, I don't think. I mean, there is a channel or two that does it, but not for me specifically. That's more like they're trying to beat a high score or something. That's not the kind of thing I want to do. So yeah, I think I get the hang of it as we go. This looks like a good start. I'm going to be mostly kind of, chatting and eating and that kind of thing. So I may not survive. It looks like this is where they want you to start. So I'll go with that. So I'm going to put that there. I'm going to start building a network. So unlike a normal tower defense, this is where it changes. The enemy is a liquid. It comes out of these transmitters here, and it fills up the lower spaces first. It has like kind of normal fluid mechanics, and you have weapons and stuff to destroy the liquid. Basically, your weapons like vaporize the liquid, and it kind of goes away. You'll see if you haven't played. But definitely check this out. And oops, I missed it. I missed a thing, but whatever. I'm gonna get this all started before I unpause. So another thing that's kind of an announcement. I think I've mentioned it before, but I am developing a game myself. It's going to be more like this than the kind of maybe RPG or something that you might expect me to make. I do want to do that eventually. I'm just not good enough right now to make the game that I want to make. So I'm going to make more of a game that I think is the game that I want to make is so huge and expansive that it's going to take me a lot of time just to learn the skill on how to do it, let alone to actually to make it. So so I wanted to make a good game, you know, a game that's fun, a game that I would want to play, but you know, something that I would be actually able to make. So I'm in the process of doing that. There will be more announcements on this channel as I go to, and I may do like a, you know, devlog type stuff. In other words, where I talk about the process of making a game and that all that stuff. Yeah, Mike. Hopefully everything's fine in terms of the stream. Looks okay. So there are sounds and music. This is the first time I have had either of those, so hopefully it's not too much. Yeah, I'm about to get my butt kicked straight away, huh? Kinda looks like it. So these produce 77, 121, okay. 100 every 2 seconds. 86. 43. 112. So you see on here this the amount where it says is I have to pay attention. I'm gonna die if I'm not careful. I think I'll be okay. I think I'll be okay. I may do this. Because, yeah, I'm about to have a little bit of a breach here. I think, yep. Okay, I'm gonna build a cannon or two back here. And a mortar. And I'm gonna move them up. I think I'm gonna lose. Oh! Okay, I might not. I gotta start eating, huh? So I might have to flip my my thing up while I eat. Of course, I don't have like a mic, you know, just hanging up or whatever yet. So I can't speak and eat at the same time anyway. So I guess it's not a big deal. What did I just lose? So one thing before I do that is I'm gonna move this up, and I'm gonna move this up. And this up as well. And that up. I just gotta get myself to a nice, like, stable place. But I'm not there yet. So I'll talk about what's going on a little bit more as we go. But you have a certain amount of power level. The power comes from your power generation sources, like these little power, these things that produce this green here. Okay, we're pretty good. We're pretty good. Let's put this here, otherwise I'm gonna lose that power source. Oh, cool. Okay. Okay, I think I'm okay. I'm not great, but I might be at kind of a point where I can chill. These reactors produce more energy than those. Yeah, so you gotta be careful not to overbuild, because this happens. You end up in an energy deficit. When you end up in an energy deficit, your weapons don't fire as much, and then you can lose a lot of ground that way. But I think it's worth it for right now. I do. Alright. Start eating. Start eating and hope I don't die. That's good. It's homemade, obviously. I'll tell you what's in it. Trying to chew in your ear too much. We have about there's a pound of tortilla, all put together. There's a pound of cheese. Almost a pound of salsa. But salsa plus the jalapenos and stuff I put in there adds up to probably about a pound. Pound of beans. And a pound and a third of meat. I think that's it. It's pretty basic. So there's about a little over 5 pounds here. So I'm gonna eat a little bit more. Okay, while I was eating. I wasn't expecting for the, you know, that we got an unexpected challenge here. Because normally, I talking about the other day in my, during my Cataclysm Let's Play, about how difficult it is to speak and say interesting things while you're playing a game, but to be able to speak and eat at the same time, you can't do it obviously, but to say things, to eat and play all at the same time is not easy. I need a few extra cannons, and I need a few extra mortars, and I'm gonna build one more reactor, and that puts me in quite a deficit, so hopefully that doesn't set me back too far. I want this mortar to be far enough that it actually can hit something substantial. But I need more to kind of cause it to flow back. So once these charge up a little bit, I'm going to advance them. And then we're going to go back to worrying a little bit more about energy. I need to get to this too. This allows you to do upgrades, and the upgrades are super important. Oh, I can go to this one right here. Okay. So I've got 2 of these, what are they called? Totems. Okay, gotta get you up here, and you right there to defend. What just got destroyed? I don't even know what just got destroyed. I'm gonna put this here. It's not like the best place to have a mortar, but I want to use them to reduce this a little bit for the time being. While we get back up on our energy a little bit. I'm gonna cut my next bite here. So take a look. I don't know how well you can see that because it's kind of small, but it's it's pretty thick as well. Okay, I'm gonna take some bites. Okay, put in some more reactors. Because we are in a bit of an energy crisis here. And I think... Uh-oh. About to lose this mortar. No. I'm moving him just up a hair more as backup. Another thing I have, not the manliest of beverages, but I got these the other day for my girlfriend, and it's just a hard seltzer. It's like super mellow. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not like I said, it's not a super manly drink, but I figured why not have a little bit to drink as well. Sorry, I hit the mic there. There's gonna be a lot of mic noises, unfortunately. Doing okay so far. Once these build, we'll be in a much better situation. We're doing... Oh, no, okay, spoke too soon. We are getting overwhelmed on this side. Yeah. We just lost the cannon. Okay, we're gonna have to retreat just a little bit. Let's build another couple cannons. Right here. Just move you back. Move all of you back. This is not ideal. This guy's getting moved in on too here. Come on. Speed up the time a little bit. Love the time controls here at PS. Better than most games. That is getting encroached upon. Come on. So you can see how bad the power problem is what's making this. I have more than enough firepower here to deal with all this, but it's the power. If I can just get these built before this. Come on. How close are you? 23. Got 2 more. 24. 1 more. Built. Okay, now it's got to. Now it's got to charge up. That's what the red packets do. Okay. So I'm going to move one in just a little bit. I'm going to move one up here. And we gotta retake. We're losing ground rather than gaining. I think what I need to do for a little bit is build collectors. As much as I wanted to get more reactors in. The collectors are just so much cheaper. I'm gonna lose those if I keep going over there. Just choked on my burrito. As soon as I'm able to, I'm going to build a forge, and the forge is what will allow me to... man, oh man, we're getting beat up. I didn't even know. Didn't even realize. Okay, we're gonna have to retreat a little bit. Move back, please. I'm gonna lose some stuff over here. Okay, this is better though. A little bit better of a situation. All of these collectors that I added did not do quite enough. I want to add them a little bit slower. Yep. Yep. I'm gonna add them in line actually, which means they will only build one at a time if there's only one attached. You know what? I'll build them two at a time. Scratch that. Okay, how are we doing? Looks like we're holding a line. So I'm gonna eat. Okay, that was just a collector. I heard the explosion. Was not paying attention. Our energy's not terrible, but I can't let these just go down without a fight. We got a real energy crisis. Real bad. This is gonna get taken up as well. I don't have to worry about... I like this map because there's no spores. Spores like fly at you and explode. It's awful. They suck. I'll move this up just a little bit. Okay, 24. I don't totally know how much we're using yet. I'm not out of the screen when I lean this way, am I? Nah. Not quite. This is the black cherry one, by the way. It's not bad, like I said. Has 5% alcohol. Okay, good. So I got one back here. Actually, I want him up here. And what he'll do is he'll just keep this area drained. So if there's nothing over here, he won't fire, and so he won't use up our power. Okay, now we're back in the positive. Good. I'm gonna slowly, hopefully slowly, try to build up my power supply. I need another gun back here too to protect these as well. We might lose one. It's not too bad though. So almost about half, if you can see it. Just about halfway done. And we're getting better. I thought we were getting better, but it looks like we're still having some energy problems. Build a couple more reactors. Soon I'm going to build a forge. I'm going to place it. I'm going to shut it off. Yeah. Okay, cool. So if you take a look here, this was all the way back up, just about to here. And we have got enough firepower over here now that it's pushing it back. This appears to be holding. This has been the front for a little while. Same for up here, so this doesn't seem to be making too much progress. So for right now, if we waited for a while, it would this would all eventually fall apart as this like massive wall of fluid moves in our direction. I'm imagining it as like a very viscous fluid, very thick. So oops. Hit something weird. So now if you take a look, yeah, something's what's going on with my display? I don't know, something just looks weird, but I guess it's okay. If you look down here, where the numbers are, this tells you the elevation of the land, which goes up to 10. And then if you scroll over any of the fluid, the creeper, then you can see on top of that how high it is. So it's up 5.78, right here where my mouse cursor is, 5.79, so it's going up a little bit right here. 5.8, 5.81, so it's increasing. So it is moving this way still. Whereas right here it's only 1.32, you see. And so, like if this area is 9 and this is 10, and there is a level 1 creeper, then it will start actually going up to the next level. So it's very nice how it works. But if we look back here, over where these emitters are, this is 46 high. The land only goes up to 10. And this is 46 high on top of that 5 or 6, whatever that is. So there's quite a bit out there. And we need to put ourselves in a better position. I'm going to build 3 more reactors and do a little bit of eating while that does its thing. I might speed up the time as well a little bit, just so we get the building bits done. Let's upgrade the, or let's get the forge going actually, not upgrade. So we are advancing, this is advancing a little bit here, which we don't want. Let's build another cannon right there. I think that's going to be okay. It's not actually draining our power too much. So we don't have enough power to progress yet. But it looks like we have enough to kind of hold our ground for the time being. And one way to check is to do like what I was doing before. Hold your mouse over someplace nearby and then look down at that bottom of the screen right here. And just watch it a little bit over time. 4.53, 5.4, 5.3, 5.4. So this is kind of hovering in the zone 5.5. So it does seem to be trending upwards, which means we're not quite destroying as much here as is coming from over here. So that tells you that there's, you know, a possible impending problem on the way, looming over the horizon, but we do have a few extra cannons back here that aren't doing a whole lot. I think it's okay. And what we may want to do also is move the mortars up a little bit. The further forward mortars are, the more effective they're going to be. Because they're able to destroy multiple layers, whereas the cannons can only destroy one layer at a time. So the cannons actually, for their entire area of effect, go all the way down through the layers. As a result, you want them to hit the deepest layer possible, because that's how they're going to do the most damage to the creeper. So we are. This is built. Cool. So I'm gonna build another reactor. I'm just gonna keep building reactors as time goes on. I'm gonna build another cannon there. And it looks like over here we can move forward a little bit. I'm gonna build some extra collectors as well, just to make sure. Got our bases covered. Okay, so we're actually making some progress now. Gotta be careful, it's possible to move forward too fast, get overextended, and get yourself into some trouble. Now, I think that is okay. We're in a little bit of deficit, so I don't want to push it any further than what I just did. Can I build anything? Yeah, oh, I can. So in the forge, I can... What I'm going to focus on first, because it's been our biggest issue, is going to be energy efficiency. So right now, if you look at the top of the screen right there, we are producing 17.7 units of power. We are using more than that. Looks like that is entirely from weapons, because we're not building anything right now. Yeah, it's kind of in a middle ground there. So when I hit this, energy efficiency, that's going to cost 20 Aether. I'll talk about that in a second. But when I hit this, yeah, that went up to 21. So it takes every bit of anything that produces energy, like these reactors, and adds to them. So that Aether, and as you'll see, it should shoot out. Yeah, see, it shoots out something, and when it arrives, this is going to go up. Yeah. So that's how I up my energy storage also. So that's going to allow me to modify what I've already